This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be considered legal, medical, or mental health advice. The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the podcast and are not intended to malign any religion, group, club, organization, business, individual, anyone, or anything.
I'm Sarah Edmondson.
And I'm Anthony Nippy Ames, and this is A Little Bit Culty.
We woke up from a cult, and that journey was captured in The Vow on HBO and in my memoir, Scarred.
Now, in this podcast, we break down the shame and secrets that make these experiences so destructive with honest conversations on how seemingly benign groups can cross into the cultiverse and how to spot and recover from trouble if it happens to you.
Each week, we bring in experts, survivors, and whistleblowers to explore red flags, resilience, and even share a few laughs because sometimes you gotta laugh.
Subscribe to our Patreon for early and ad-free listening, some live Q&A, and exclusive content at patreon.com/alittleBitCulty.
Welcome to Season 8 of A Little Bit Culty.
What are you laughing at?
Sometimes you grunt like a...
No, I know.
Like a primate.
I know.
We started.
Oh, we started. Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody.
I heard myself in a episode one time, and you were like, you know how you make fun of me and you go, yeah. I'm like, what are you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about. And then I listened to an episode like the very next week, and it was me going, I was horrified. I was fucking horrified. I was like, oh my God, it's the first time I've ever heard it. I just did it.
Aren't we so lucky to have this recording studio so we can document all of our human foibles?
Did you just say you didn't want me to work out on this shirt? Because it's...
Let's get on with the show. People, welcome back to
you
Thursday
like the shirt
bonus.
Or you like me in it?
I like you in that shirt.
That's what I thought.
I like you in that
look.
shirt.
You
I
had
do.
That look in your eye. All right.
We might have to pause recording, people. No, just kidding. Back to our Thursday bonus drop. So here's a little insider scoop. We asked for a title, and Heather Baker chose a title, and we sent her a fanny pack to say thank you. And then we actually got confused and changed the title. So I believe Heather Baker chose A Little More Culty for the drop.
It was a little bit extra.
No, but then we announced it as A Little Bit Extra. And then our social media team was like, no, you chose A Little More Culty. And now there is dissension amongst the ranks.
I never chose A Little More Culty. I was always on A Little Bit Extra guy. Whose team A Little Bit Extra and whose team A Little More Culty?
If there isn't enough division in the world, now is the time.
I hope we're not going back on our word with Heather.
Either way, Heather got a fanny pack. I think Heather's happy. The question
Heather,
is...
you're free to chime in. Don't let her speak for you.
If you want to send back the fanny pack, I'll send you our P.O. box in Atlanta. But here's the thing. We want to poll the audience. Thursday bonus drop is going to cover a lot of things.
That's Elon Musk style.
I don't think people are going to like that.
No, but he's a good marketer. It's not about whether they like him.
Okay, ALBX, which would be a little bit extra. A little bit extra. No, nothing to do with Twitter. A little bit extra. Or A Little More Culty, which doesn't have the same ring. ALMC. No, so it's ALBX, a little bit extra.
ALBX is like, it looks good in my calendar.
ALBX is good for a short hashtag ALBX. But anyway, today's a bonus drop. Whether it's a little more extra or a little more extra? No, a little more culty.
Here we go. See,
a little more
if it's
culty
just
or a little bit extra.
This problem solved.
It's been a long week here, but we're super excited to share this bonus drop. We have a couple updates from our world. We are back in Atlanta. We are plugging away.
Balls deep in school and football.
And the book. The book is like, we are so close, people. It is amazing. We're working with this editor you probably know by now who didn't know anything about cults, and there's just so many gaps that she's filling in, and she's reworking it.
She got a lot out of me.
Yeah.
She was great.
Turns out
still is.
The little bit of Nexium that's still in me is enjoying this part because how we both do our lives, there's something that Keith used to say, like how you do one thing is how you do everything. Look at how you play volleyball. It's the same way, the way you react to the ball is the same way you react to like obstacles, blah, blah, blah. But like Nippy's way he does the book and the way I do the book are very much indicative of our personality types and if we were still in Nexium, I would dare to say our issues or our limitations. Do you want to speak to that?
I don't really know what you're saying yet.
Well, Melody,
we're demonstrating it right now.
Our fantastic editor was saying, Nippy, you tend to write in a passive voice, almost as if you are... You want to finish?
She used the word hiding because I'm commenting on it. I want more active language. I wanted this, I wanted that. And that's more raw. And I had a little thing with the hiding, and what I figured out is it's more protecting.
Yeah. Whereas I'm like, ta-da, here's what happened.
Well, yeah.
And I'm very verbose.
I'm never, you guys probably figured this out. I'm never really comfortable with my personal life being other people's kind of, at worst, entertainment with a reality TV tinge to it. So I'm a little bit more reserved and protective and feel protective of you as well.
And I appreciate that.
That's why I'm like this sometimes.
He's pulling on my arm. Because I tend to be like, yeah, sure, let's do it. And he's like, yeah, no, let's think about it. And this is something that I think comes out a little bit on the page. And it's great to have this outside eye point out our kind of patterns or tendencies. And she's like trimming my words and trying to get more out of Nippy. So that's the
trimming
book.
part's great, though. It's really great.
That's the other part of this section of our work. We are cutting the book down from 72,000 words. We're aiming for 50,000 words.
How many of those 72,000 do you think are yours?
Probably 89% of them.
No, I'm kidding.
So that's that. And maybe what we'll do with the sections that we cut out, we'll put on Substack or Patreon, and that will be like bonus.
That.
Because I like what we wrote, but maybe it's just too much. Sometimes I could be a little much for people. That's the feedback.
That's not it.
Yeah, it's okay. I can handle it.
No.
All right.
Here you, baby. We all love you for it.
Aw, thanks, babe.
There we go.
I'm having a romantic moment. Speaking of which, I'm watching, this is totally not related to our podcast, but I just want to share that I'm watching a show with my son called The Summer I Turned Pretty. And
just the title alone.
I love it. Nippy does not. Nippy hasn't watched it, so he can't comment. I wish I had. The
title lost me.
I know, it's not for you. It's like a teen drama, and it's based on a book, and I'm just really enjoying it. And it's a fun thing for me to do with my son because he calls it STP. Because he's, Mom, STP. And like, we pretend that it's homework that we have to go do. Let's go work on your STP.
I don't know what you're doing? Did you just submit that as though, like, when you guys go into the room and the door's shut, I don't know, you're watching something?
It's more for Ace because Ace isn't allowed to watch it.
Right.
So this is how we balance our time. We're working hard on the book, then we watch Summer I Turned Pretty to balance things out,
and basically Uber driving our kids everywhere.
Because they're in sports every day.
Let's take a break from the cultiverse, shall we? Here's a word from our sponsors.
Yep, fall's here, and it's time to refresh your wardrobe with pieces that look amazing and feel even better. Enter Quince, your secret weapon for elevated essentials that don't break the bank. Imagine 100% Mongolian cashmere starting at just $50, washable silk tops and skirts, and denim that fits like it was tailor-made. Their wool coats look designer level but come at a fraction of the cost. And trust me, the quality holds its own. Quince partners directly with ethical, top-tier factories, cutting out the middlemen so they can deliver luxury pieces at about half the price of similar brands. No compromises, just smart, stylish, and effortless wardrobe upgrades. Quince has really become our one-stop shop. I've personally got the Flowknit Breeze Fit and Flare dress in my cart for my fall wardrobe. Keep it classic and cozy this fall with long-lasting staples from Quince. Go to quince.com/culty for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/culty to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/culty. Hello, friends. Are you ready to make your home a little cozier for fall? Wayfair is your one-stop shop to bring all those warm, cozy, comfy vibes inside, easy peasy. Think snuggly bedding and bath basics that turn your bedroom into a fall sanctuary, soft linens, plush throw blankets, and those autumn-themed pillows you'll gobble up. See what I did there? Need that perfect pumpkin or seasonal decor that screams, hello, sweater weather? Wayfair has got it, from warm colors to textured doormats that welcome guests with all the cozy feels. And for the organizing chaos, storage solutions are everywhere, from stashing outdoor furniture before the chill to bathroom shelves that keep everything neat and tidy. And are you working from home? Grab a cozy reading chair, soft low-lit lamps, and create a nook that's as inviting as your favorite cafe. Bonus, Wayfair even has espresso makers, so you can whip up that perfect almond milk latte, the one that you dream about, without leaving your little nest. We love that you don't need to shop at multiple stores. Get furniture, decor, appliances, and cookware all in one place. We just got new stools for our newly renovated kitchen for a very good price. Thank you, Wayfair. Cozify your space with Wayfair's curated collection of easy, affordable fall updates. From comfy recliners to cozy bedding and autumn decor, find it all for way less at wayfair.com. That's WAYFAIR.com. Wayfair. Every style, every home.
This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. Ever notice how sometimes when life gets tough, you turn to, the barista, your hairstylist, or a total stranger in the bathroom? They're friendly, sure, but when conversations shift to anxiety, depression, or relationship drama, they might not have the answers you deserve. That's why BetterHelp is a game changer. They connect you with licensed, clinically trained therapists, all vetted and following a strict code of ethics. With over 30,000 therapists and more than 10 years of experience matching people, they make sure you find the therapist who really gets you. You start with a quick questionnaire, and their expert matching system takes it from there. The best part? If it's not the right fit, you can switch therapists anytime without extra cost. I've been there myself, trying to juggle too many voices. Therapy has helped me cut through the noise and focus on what matters. It's all online, flexible, and can load into your schedule with zero hassle. Oh, and did I mention, they've served over 5 million people worldwide and have an incredible 4.9-star rating from over 1.7 million live sessions. Your group chats and hairdressers are great for some chats. But for the mindset upgrade, BetterHelp is where it's at. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Find the one with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/culty. That's betterhelp.com/culty. Escape's over. Let's return to our regularly scheduled cult talk.
Okay, so today,
Enough about us.
We got feedback that you'd like to know what's happening in our lives. That's what's happening. And now we're going to share with you some of the voicemails we've gotten
this one's gold.
over the summer when we were away in Canada. So Here we go. This one is from Gina.
Gina.
I'm calling as I'm trying to locate a place where I can email a copy of the DMCA takedown notice for one of the videos for one of your guests here on your show. I would like to get an email address as to where I can send it. You can give me a call and I can get that information from you, or you can send this to your attorney's office and I will be happy to provide that information to your attorneys. I was looking for a legal email address so that I can send this notice of cease and desist and also DMCA. I'm sorry. Thank you.
That was some saber rattling. That's what saber rattling from legal sounds like.
I don't know what to say. Gina, you sound upset. I don't know what you're upset about, but I'd love to address your issue. Our email is pretty easy to find on our website, so you can go ahead and send that document over. I just don't even know which episode it was that we offended her. So next time, email us and reference the inflammatory material, and we'll do our best to address it.
Will we, though?
Of course we will. Of course. Apologies, Gina. Please email us. It's on our website. Bye. This next question is from Dana.
Hey, y'all. I have a pretty low stakes question about Nexium that just keeps on popping into my head every now and then regarding volleyball. As I understand, volleyball sessions took place very late at night or in the very, very early hours of the morning, like 3 a.m. And I just don't know why this center was open at that time. Did the Bromphans just like buy a rec center? Was it a 24-hour gym? I can't shake the thought and wanted to know if there is an answer. Love your show. Thanks so much.
I'm sure this is a burning question for many people, Dana. I'm so glad that you asked it. So in the 12 years that I was there, the place that people played volleyball changed a couple of different times. But from my understanding, it was never at the center. It was usually at a gym. That,
I can tell you.
Yeah, what were the names? It was like the ABC Barn?
ABC Gym.
Yeah.
And that was a 24-hour gym. And they went in and rented the gym at night for whoever it was every night. Pam paid it or someone paid it. And then I think they got kicked out. This is my personal opinion. I think they got kicked out.
We don't know for sure.
And, obviously they wouldn't tell the community that, et cetera. And they went up and found this place called the Red Barn that was basically closed. And it was right around the corner from Keith. And I think they just said, go ahead and use it based on a deal, and they'd lock it up and all that stuff.
But I think that the reason it was late at night is that was a test. It was a test to see who would be willing to forego their comforts, their sleep. In fact, we were just writing about this in the book about how sleep deprivation was a thing, which we were accused of, but we were like, what are you talking about? We're not sleep depriving. Anyone can go to sleep whenever they want. Keith doesn't need to sleep because he's so enlightened, and this is when he plays volleyball. And if you can override your need for sleep for a couple nights and come play volleyball with the smartest man in the world, why wouldn't you? And that's how it was pitched. And I definitely went no more than 5 times, but there were some people there every night. And that's when it was your time to ask him a more casual question or just maybe get a quick kiss on the lips on the volleyball court. Yeah, okay.
Let's keep it social.
I hope that answered your question, Dana.
Thanks, Dana.
What do we got next, Nippy?
Hey, Sarah and Nippy. This is Emily calling from London. I absolutely love your podcast. It's so great. I listen to it to and from work, and it keeps me company. I love listening to you guys. I think you're brilliant. My question is about the NXIVM formers who are still involved somehow, some way or another. Obviously, you've got the dossier project. Love to know your thoughts on that. Do you still keep an eye on it? Do you know anyone who has real insight into what's going on? Obviously, Nikki Tyne left. Would love your thoughts on that. Sorry if I missed an episode on that, but don't know if you guys have been in touch, but really, really intrigued to know how she's getting on. And finally, some of the formers seem to be involved in this weird culty financial group thing on Instagram where there's all these boot camps and training courses and like winners, like biggest earners of the week, and it's all about finance, but it's not clear what it is or what it tries to do or whether it's actually a proper company or super intriguing and super culty, and I would love to know any thoughts you have on it. Anyway, thank you so much.
So in terms of the financial thing that everybody's doing, we've heard it's a MLM for insurance. And some of the people who left, there was one green sash who's still loyal, and she is, I guess, the queen bee of the people who are still in the MLM. And yeah, they're just out there doing what they do, trying to recruit. It's just funny because the people who are left were terrible recruiters, so I can't imagine they're thriving in this one.
And as for the dossier project, I have not checked on that probably a year. I think the best thing to do is leave them alone. I want to see them get back on their feet.
That would be great. What else do we have, Nip?
Let's see.
Hi, my name is Jill Johns, and I'm from Roseville, California, and I really enjoy your podcast. I was never in a cult, but I feel like it's helping me identify culty-ish things in my life and things that I've have in my head, that ideas I couldn't get rid of and realize that they're just nothing. And I was thinking that perhaps you could do an episode on gangs. I was watching a TV show about gangs and gang violence and how they work and how people get stuck in them. And it seems like that could be a great subject for you to cover in your podcast. Thank you for all the work that you do, and I hope to enjoy many more of your episodes. Thank you.
Thank you, Jill. I agree. We've actually had that on our list for a while. We just need the perfect person to interview. If anyone has a ex-gang member who'd like to talk about the correlation between gangs and cults, we are all ears.
Yeah, any Bloods and Crips out there?
And for the record, sometimes people apply to be a guest and they don't hear back from us. We've had a lot of production coordination changes over here. So if you've applied and haven't heard back and think you're a good guest for the show, please do apply again or shoot us a DM so we can look for your intake sheet. Thank you so much for your patience with us over here at A Little Bit Culty. Let's take a little break from the cultiverse. Here's a word from our sponsors.
You know that feeling when the air gets crisp, the leaves start to turn, and you're finally wearing oversized sweaters again? Yeah, fall is a vibe. But you know what makes it even better? Knowing you've got Me Undies on underneath. Me Undies has you covered with over 20 styles and 100 colors and prints. Seriously, there's a perfect pair for every butt. That's right. Their micro-modal fabric is like a warm hug. Lightweight, breathable, and perfect for layering season. Super soft, breathable, and stretchy. Ideal for crisp mornings, chilly nights, or just lounging in your favorite flannel. Plus, their Breathe line has moisture-wicking and anti-odor tech to keep you fresh whether you're working out or hunting for pumpkins. Me Undies isn't just about feeling good. They source materials responsibly and partner with factories that prioritize worker care. And if you don't love your first pair, they've got you covered, no questions asked. With over 30 million pairs sold and 90,000 five-star reviews, it's no secret MeUndies has become everyone's go-to. Time to upgrade your drawer. Right now, as listeners of our show, you can get cozy and spooky for less with deals up to 50% off at MeUndies.com/Culty and enter promo code Culty. That's MeUndies.com/Culty, promo code Culty for up to 50% off. MeUndies, comfort that's made for fall. Now that we settled in Atlanta, we've got a lot more financial accounts to keep track of, which always makes me wonder if we're leaving money on the table. Monarch helped me understand how much cash is sitting idle and how stressful and time-consuming juggling more than one financial app can be. Monarch's dashboard made it way easier to review finances with each other, so there were no more guessing games or surprises, just teamwork. If organizing your finances feels like a chore you keep putting off, Monarch's made for you. Link all your accounts in minutes and get smart visuals and automatic spending categories that do the heavy lifting for you. Seriously, no spreadsheets required. Right now, just for our listeners, Monarch is offering 50% off your first year. Ignoring your finances can cost you. You might be missing chances to save, invest smarter, or hit your goals faster. Monarch keeps you on top of your money so nothing slips through the cracks. And it's not just me saying that. Monarch was named Best Supporting App of 2025 by Wall Street Journal, Forbes' Best App for Couples, and is on CNBC's top fintech list. Monarch makes money management simple, smart, and stress-free. Don't let financial opportunities slip through the cracks. Use code Culty at monarchmoney.com in your browser for half off your first year. That's 50% off your first year at monarchmoney.com with code Culty.
The world is full of tours. But you don't choose a Toyota truck to follow the beaten path. You choose it to find the places in between. The detours, where each adventure pulls you toward the next. And wrong turns turn out right. So why would you ever take a tour when you could take a detour? Toyota Trucks.
Thank you for listening. Now, let's dive back into the Cultiverse. What's next?
Hi, I'm so impressed with what you guys have been able to accomplish and just your strength. I thought it would be interesting if you guys took a deep dive into Baron Baptiste, I didn't see it in your list of podcasts, and that is definitely a little bit culty. All right, keep doing the great work that you do.
Mary.
In addition to an interesting voicemail that we think is valid, I love that we got to hear your voice to text in the message.
I do that all the time,
I felt like I was listening to Sarah.
Nippy,
Question mark?
What are we doing for dinner? Question mark. Oh shit, this is not voice to text.
That was awesome. That was great. And yes.
Mary, it's been on our radar for a long time. We haven't because he's just a little bit litigious, little bit legalistic.
Which, ironically, is the number one sign of a cult. You can't question him.
Can't question him.
Without consequences.
Yeah.
On our radar. Appreciate you looking out, and hope you continue to support us! Exclamation point.
And there is somebody that I know that we would love to interview who is very close to him. It's just a matter of time of when that person feels comfortable. So hang tight.
Exclamation point.
Okay, everybody, that's where we're going to pause. We have more. We'll save them for next time. And we'll also do, for our next bonus drop, an AMA, Ask Me Anything, and we'll post that on Instagram so you can post your questions, any unresolved lingering things for all you NXIVM nerds out there. How did you play volleyball so late and where did that happen? I get it. Those things would keep me up at night as well. Random story we forgot to mention. Nippy, hit it up.
Oh, yeah. So I'm reading Marcus Aurelius' Meditations, and the new term I've been throwing around the house is nature gives you its prompts. And if you followed us, you know that every time I feel like, okay, we're done here, something happens that says, specifically to me, it says, hey, dude, what you're doing is great and really appreciate it. And that kind of tells me, okay, I should listen to that.
I call that the universe.
Yeah, the universe.
The universe is giving me signs.
The universe, etc.
Don't message me telling me I'm too woo.
And I'm out at my son's football practice, kind of walking the loop during his practice, getting a little exercise in. And one of the coaches that I coached against 2 years ago and I run into every now and then said, hey, my wife sent me a podcast about hazing, and it was you. I was like, yeah, that was like, and I said, yeah, the Penn State episode. He's like, yeah, we got some stuff going on in our house for our kid or something like that, who's in college and doing a fraternity. And then
and Nippy tells me this, but the next day I'm coming out of the YMCA and hold the door open for a woman who stops me and looks like she's seen a ghost. And she's, are you in a documentary about, I'm like, a cult? And she said, I'm just watching this. My husband and I just heard your podcast about hazing because my son quit his fraternity. And I was like, holy shit, that's crazy that Nippy ran into him and I ran into you the next day. And so, of course, we connected them with Lucy from the episodes we did around hazing and the cultiness of sororities and fraternities. So we think that we should maybe revisit this since it's hazing time right now.
It's hazing season.
It's hazing season.
People are rushing fraternities, all that stuff, looking for community, looking for a safe place to land. And people that are hazing know this and probably know that they'll endure a little bit more than they normally would.
Yeah. If you haven't listened to those episodes, we recommend it, especially if you have kids in college and
or relatives or whatever. Just look out for this.
And I think that's the summary for the week.
Yeah.
In case we didn't mention it, we are now putting more of our stuff on YouTube. Our episodes with Vina that dropped last week are on YouTube. Please do go there, subscribe, love.
And remember, is it ALBX or a little more culty?
You let us know.
X.
Please do comment and see you next time on a little bit more extra culty.
Oh my God. Bye.
Till next time.
Sinking down to the depths of the ocean, hanging on to the weight of my love. If I let go of it all, I could leave, but I know I won't.
We hope you're enjoying A Little Bit Culty. If so, please do show us some love. Drop a rating or leave a review. Hit subscribe on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen. And subscribe to our Patreon at patreon.com/alittlebitculty.
Even better, send this episode to someone who needs it. Maybe they're in a cult. Maybe they're just a little bit susceptible. Or maybe they just love a good story. Spread the word, spread the love. Thanks for listening, and see you next time.
A Little Bit Culty is a Trace 120 production.
Executive produced by Sarah Edmondson and Anthony Nippy Ames in collaboration with producer Will Retherford at Citizens of Sound. Our co-creator is Jess Tardy.
Our production coordinator is Lesli Dinsmore.
Writing by Sandra Nomoto and social media marketing by Eric Swarzinski and Brooke Keene.
Our theme song, Cultivated, is by the artists John Bryant and Nigel Aslan.